All right, here we go, honey. Oh, this poor paper.
Hi, Roger.
Vern, can you hear me? Blair, can you hear me? It's Corinne.
Corinne, this is Cliff. I can hear you.
Oh, good. Hi, Cliff. Okay, so I'm in the car driving, so.
Yeah, I just reached out to Roger Fonstock and he didn't answer. So I'm wondering if we're muted in the boardroom.
Okay.
You have been,
You are
but you're not
correct.
now.
You did,
We can
So
hear
the
you,
weather
Cliff.
is beautiful in Indiana, southern Indiana.
you hit the right number. Oh, nothing. There it is.
Good morning, everybody. It's 11 a.m. I'm Vern Tepe. I call to order this special meeting of the Public Service Committee. Can we have a roll call, please?
Brown,
Brown here.
Leonard,
Leonard here.
Lewis,
Lewis here.
Shepro,
Shepro present.
Surges,
Surges here.
Hopi,
Opie is present.
Tepe.
Tepe here.
You have a quorum.
Okay. I'm going to skip the approval of minutes. We'll do that at our regular meeting. All right. Are there any public comments?
I have two. This is Madam Chair. I do have two that I would like to convey. Two emails that were reached out to me from St. Charles Township.
Okay, we have one individual. We have one individual at the podium. Let's have the gentleman at the podium speak first, and then we'll come to you.
Absolutely. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
One of those emails that Madam Chair speaks of may be from me. My name is Mike Linder. I live on 12th Street in St. Charles. I'm the Democratic Precinct Committee person for the 14th Precinct in St. Charles. It is the smallest precinct in St. Charles. I have somewhere between 450 and 500 people. Some of my colleagues have over 2,000 people in their precinct. So I just want to emphasize the importance of the work that you're about. It affects both parties because we have the same precincts. It's pretty hard to service a precinct that's got 21 or 2,200 people. It's fairly busy task for me to do. I'm an old man. Fairly busy task for me to handle 450, 500. What you're doing really is important. I just wanted to emphasize that. Thank you.
Thank you. And then you had an email or two you wanted to read?
Yes, I am driving in the car. I will forward those emails to you once I stop so they can be put onto the record if I may. But this
Yes.
is from Sue Sanders. She's also St. Charles Township, and she had stated similar concerns that Mr. Linder just spoke about, having very small in-town precincts, but much larger precincts in St. Charles Township as you move out west. And she would like the committee to consider adjusting those accordingly. So that was her concern.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? All right, let's move on to new business. There's really only one item on the agenda, and that item is there because personally, and I feel it's very important that the board, but more importantly, that the members of this committee, know and understand what's going on and participate. And we're operating on a very, very tight deadline. And very impressively, all of the departments that are involved in this are working together extremely well. I can't be more complimentary about how well everybody is working together. However, based upon some things that are happening and based upon some advice from our state's attorney, I'm going to suspend the discussion about this today, and we will have many more details about this available on Friday. Madam State's Attorney, did you want to make a statement or?
No, I think that's good. Thank you.
Oh, here I was trying to throw it at her and it didn't work. Okay, so based upon that, I will tell you that a lot of people are working diligently on it. If any members of the board or particularly one of the committees want to talk to me personally, I will be available and keep you as much up to date as I can on what's going on. Okay. Yes? I thought.
Yes. So, Mr. Tepe, it's Madam Chair. Are you telling us that the meeting today is going to be suspended? The information that would be covered is going to be postponed, I should say, until we meet again on Friday?
Yes. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So our next meeting will be Friday at 11 a.m. Also want to comment that I thoroughly agree with the public comments that were made. We're trying to accomplish all of that. We're on a very short time frame, and there's some other discussions going on. Okay, we have no need for executive session. Any other business?
Louis, question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we got a really good PowerPoint this morning. Thank you for sending that out. But I'm assuming that the timelines on that PowerPoint and all the information in the PowerPoint is valid and legitimate and something that we should actually be kind of at least preparing ourselves for?
It's the way we're accomplishing it. It's very valid, and I'll be happy to answer any detailed questions on that if you want to give me a call.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Question, Mr. Chair, Bates.
Yes, Ms. Bates.
Can we know what is causing the delay, just for transparency?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Can we know what's causing the delay, just for transparency?
It's advice from the state's attorney about some ongoing discussions.
Okay, that's not a lot. Okay,
I know, I understand.
that was sort of one of those non-answer answers, but thank you, Mr. Teppi.
Mr.
But I
Chairman
thought
Shepro,
I did it well. Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman
Shepro.
Shepro,
Yes, Mr. Shepard.
if that's the case, perhaps we ought to have a closed session at this meeting to discuss that.
I thank you for that suggestion, Mr. Shepro. I think that's wise.
Yes, I agree.
Are you okay with that?
Grounds. The basis.
So people would like to go into closed session?
I would.
Does it need a motion?
Yes.
You need a reason to go into closed session. I did not hear the reason.
Clarification?
I don't believe that's a
Motion to
reason to
go
go
in.
into closed session. I'll let the state's attorney chime in. This is Surges.
Okay.
So we would need to have a reason to go in closed session, and I don't think we have that at this point. If the
I would
members,
like to propose that we go into closed session to discuss filing litigation.
Second
Really?
motion.
okay, if we do that, Mr. Shepro, which is an exception, and we could do that, it does not and would not fall into the stuff I think you actually want to discuss. So, Mr. Shepro, if you'd like to give me a call after the meeting, I would be more than happy to discuss this with you.
Well, I actually would like to discuss the topic that I proposed
What topic?
at
you
some
mean?
point. If we want to
And
wait,
post-
that's fine, but I do want to suggest a litigation approach to this.
Is there a second to Mr. Shepro's motion?
To go into, yes, second.
I'm sorry, who seconded?
Bates.
Ms. Bates, all right.
Oh, Kopi was first.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Oh, I can't move. I'm not on the committee. I'm sorry.
Mr. Copey seconded it.
Sorry.
How's that?
Yeah.
Brown,
Brown, no.
Leonard,
Leonard, no.
Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Shepro,
Shepro, yes.
Surges,
Surges, no.
Kopi,
Kobe, yes.
Teppi.
Teppi, no.
It did not pass.
Pardon?
It did not pass.
Motion failed. I'll accept a motion for adjournment.
Leonard moves to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 No. Shepro, no.
Doesn't have to be unanimous.
Thank you. My apologies for all of this. We'll meet Friday at 11 a.m.
This is